Okay, to create our whale, first we need to make a pinch pot. To make a pinch pot, first we start by sticking our thumb into a ball of clay, and then we just start pinching with our thumb and the rest of our fingers, kind of like, I think about like a crab hand. Okay, so our thumb is in the clay and we're just pinching and rotating, pinching and rotating. And we're pinching really lightly. We're not pinching really hard. Once your hole is big enough, you can put both of your thumbs into your hole, okay, and pinch that way. You'll notice I have a lot of cracks. I'm going to fix the cracks by just dipping my finger in the water and then smearing it over the cracks. So anytime I start to have a crack in my clay or a part that is just drying really fast, I'm dipping my finger in the water and then smoothing out those cracks. Okay, do not over wet your clay though. You're just doing this over the cracks to smooth out your clay. Now you want to do this so it is even, okay, on around your whole pinch pot. So you need it to be the same thickness on the sides and the same thickness on the bottom. This can be tricky, okay, but just work at it, okay, feel, between the two sides of the clay, okay, and kind of decipher how thick is my clay. Is it too thick in this spot? Do I need to press it out a little bit and thin it out? Once you feel like you have the sides really good, make sure that the bottom of your pinch pot is nice and smooth as well. Make sure when you set it down, it's a nice circle. Then you're going to be given another small ball of clay. With this ball of clay, you're going to make a rectangle. Now, this rectangle reminds me of, think about a pink eraser that you get, okay, to erase pencil on your paper. Okay, it's thick. Okay, it's a thick rectangle. So press the sides in until you have something that kind of resembles a pinky eraser. Then take your tool and slice half of your rectangle in half. Okay, half of your rectangle. You're not slicing the two pieces apart. You still want them to be connected at the bottom. Then you're going to kind of point, okay, the two ends, because this is going to be your tail. So you want the two ends of your tail to kind of be pointed. When we connect them, it's important that we scratch the surface on both sides. So I'm making little scratch marks on the pinch pot and also on the tail. I'm also going to use my finger, use a little bit of water, okay, just to make the clay a little bit softer there too. And then you're going to pinch the two pieces together gently and then smear the tail onto your pinch pot to smooth out that edge so that you can't see it anymore. So you're going to smooth that out really good. Add a little bit of water if you need to, okay, and then kind of gently bend your tail up towards the top of what will be your whale. Then you're going to get a really small piece, and you can take this off of your other piece if you need to. Make a little like tube piece, fold in half, make a V, okay, and this is going to be your spout. So this is where on a whale the breathing hole is for the whale, and when they blow air out of the hole, it usually shoots water out as well because it catches the water on the way up. So you're also going to make the spout. Make sure that when you make your spout, again, that's a V shape, okay, and you're just bending a piece in half to make that V. Then you're scratching the surface, both surfaces really good. And then for this one, I just do a lot of wiggling, okay? I smooth it down with my finger a little bit and do a lot of wiggling. For this next part, you can do it a couple of different ways. We're going to be adding the eyes. If you want to just draw the eyes on with your tool, that's fine. I'm going to be creating eyes with a little bit of clay. So we're going to take a ball of clay. Really make sure you're using a really small amount. You want both of your eyes to be kind of the same size, so you want to use the same amount of clay for both eyes. You're going to make a little tiny ball of clay. Okay, 2 little balls, try to make them the same size, and then you're going to squish them with your finger. So this is going to be the white part of the eyes. Then I'm going to use 2 even smaller balls of clay, and this is going to be, if you think about the colored part of your eyeball. So we have the larger white area and then the smaller colored area. So I have 2 large circles and 2 smaller circles. Now it's really important that you do a lot of scratching, okay? I mean gentle scratching because you don't want to ruin your little circles, okay? But you really need to scratch the surface of the whale really good and your little circles. Each piece has to be scratched, okay? Whatever 2 pieces of clay you're connecting, those have to be scratched really good. So you'll notice that I'm scratching an area of the whale. Then I'm scratching the large white parts of the eyes, pressing them in. Okay, I even got them a little bit wet. Then you have to take the smaller circles and you have to do the same thing. So I'm scratching the surface of the large white part of the eye and the little circles. You have to do this with each little piece that you add or it's not going to stay. It's not going to stick. And when it goes through the kiln, it's just going to fall off. Okay, it's really important that you scratch and add a little bit of water to things that you are adding to your whale. I'm also going to add a little, I'm going to poke a little circle in each of the colored parts of the eye. That's just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Then I'm going to draw in a nice big smile for my whale.